joined by three more members of the cast, Maura Tierney, Christopher McDonald, and Courtney Vance. What is it like to work with the great Tom? It's given that he's obviously feeling a little bit vulnerable about having to be what needs to be a
great.
Yeah, stage actor.
I believe it Hank's the Great, is the way they refer to it.
I'll tell you, we laugh a lot. Between Tom and George C. Wolfe, we have laughed throughout the rehearsal process. It's been amazing. And of course, discovering new things and lifting the play up to a different level and making it our own at the same time. It's just been a really
Failing.
Openly failing.
It really makes us all feel at ease. Tom is a master at just being himself, and we fall right into his little...
I just wish you weren't so late all the time.
Yeah, well, let's hear some
I will tell you, I don't know, these guys can like shave it so close that Maura gets yelled at for not signing in all the time. How many times? Is Maura turning in?
Is Maura's in a house?
If she is, will she sign in? I'm here 45 minutes before anything.
It's true. It's a...
Because I got to make my Oval team.
Is it comforting working with four very strong actors?
Oh dear, our ensemble, which numbers 14, 10 other people on the show, I think it's a safe haven for us all. I think we all get to come in and...
But you don't get a break. I'm sorry, I know you don't want us to do this, but I'm just saying, we all get a little bit of a respite, but Tom has to deal with all of us for every second that you're
Larry's on stage a lot.
And it must be fun and hard though, because it's all these different actors and all this energy and all these personalities, and you have to.
But I get to look forward to each segment as it rolls along. Like there's a moment where we have a big thing with you, and then I have a big thing with Courtney, then I have a big thing with Chris. Peter comes and goes, mumbling other people's lines for the course of the show. That's what the piece of I have to say. I think we all look forward to coming to work every day, and thus far.
Maura, you played Alice, who's the wife of Macaulay, and she actually came, his widow, to see the play recently. What was that like for you, knowing that?
Well, I had met her briefly. We rehearsed for about a month, and I decided I wanted to meet her just to meet her without having it affect what we were working on in the room. And she's a lovely, very intelligent woman who's lovely. And she said, I'm coming to the show March 16th. And I said, okay, and I clocked that away, that Alice was coming March 16th, but Alice came March 9th. So I was really thrown. But I think she liked it. I think that she liked it.
And she had her youngest,
her youngest, and her oldest.
Ryan and Quinn were
who are mentioned in the show, obliquely, but very importantly.
Yeah, and she was very moved, and I think it was important for me that she.
I don't know how you do that. Honestly, how do you do that?
I don't know. You know what she said? I wish I could just take him home for a night.
Oh,
is that what you said?
That's sweet. Oh dear, there would be.
Yeah, sorry. But she didn't say that.
Well, that's
because you bear an uncanny resemblance to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a bit more thick-set.
He was very tall. The thing that everybody told me about Macaulay, everybody who knew this, is as soon as he walked in the room, you thought he was a cop. There was a big, impressive, foreboding demeanor to him.
I mean, he's not designed to be a particularly likable character. He's a rough and tough tabloid crime reporter at a time when, as you say, they had huge power. Playing somebody who's not designed to be that likable, a bit of a departure for you. Did you find that difficult?
No, because I understand the desire to be in the game, and I understand the competitive aspect of it. I think we are all competitive to a degree, and I think we all would kill for these kind of assignments. I could string together sentences, but they might not make any sense. I would need an expert editor like Courtney Vance.
Well, good. You played the editor. Do you think he would, after all the time you spent together, would he have made a good tabloid crime man?
I don't know if I would be able to deal with that schedule that they have, that daily pressure.
Maura, you yourself went through a cancer battle. Your performance is very raw and very emotional on there, almost as if you're slightly remembering yourself what it was like.
I think that people put that on me, to be quite honest. I mean, I think I'm just trying to do my job, and I think if that's a perception to be put on it, that I'm not acting, I mean, I would like to think that I'm acting.
We get to hear her, as Alice say, after you've been through much, life is supposed to be grand, and to be able to be backstage, I think we can all relate to that concept of witnessing going through something, you know, that is tough. And then after that, where's the reward? Where's the reward? Where's my badge?
And that's what the story is.
Yeah.
That's the storytelling, and which is what I'm trying to do. Which, you know, I guess everybody's life is, you know, everyone's life informs the work that they do.
To have that power to reduce people to tears, which you've done in many of the movies you've made, it's quite something to have that. I mean, I go to a movie a week.
It's all about, but it's all about the piece. I mean, it's all about what everybody else has gone through. I mean, I don't know. Courtney did 9,000 performances of Fences or something. About as serious as an undertaking as you're going to get. And I think we've all been able to be in things that you just give yourself over to. The images of what the person who created it was, and the, you know, the bosses who put it all together. We're all part of this kind of like palette.
Some like to say they, and it's the reason I asked you the question I asked you actually, is that they think when they have to be emotional in a stage play or a movie, they force themselves to think about sad things that have happened in their lives or tragic or dramatic. Do you ever do that?
No, it's all about what the piece is. I think when you're younger, before you have the kind of life experience, that's a way that you can, that's a means to an end. But as you, look, I'm 56, we've all.
I'm not.
We've all. Taken this
That's a line from the play.
Co-ed, and brought her, you know, we dyed her hair to make her look older. But now you're involved in what the story itself is. And look, if anything is the emotional core of all of this, it's what Nora's vision and sensibility was, and her translating of the Mike McAlery story.